always use Roman pictures.
I forgot to put out my graduation thing.
Oh, look at that. That's history right here.
Yeah. Yep.
Bengal Lancer. Oh, my goodness.
And my sister is on the front cover.
Yep. Oh, yeah. With Winifred Tracy, with next to her, yeah.
Yep.
Which picture are you talking
It was funny, we graduated, and before we even got into the graduation ceremony, I dropped this thing in a puddle, so it's always had this blue thing on it for me.
That's all right.
For minutes before graduation.
Class of 7.
I know. There was another year. There was another one that I used to live in. Good, how are you? It's like hard rock. Oh, yeah? Really? Yeah. I'm trying to remember who it was. Everybody. There's not many hard rocks left. That's what we got. SRT in 97-1. That's about it. Yeah.
What's your last name?
Yeah, nobody knows what the wing is. You're right. Oh, yeah. Nobody. There we go. Yeah, nobody. What do you do? I forgot about that one.
You were
Okay. I work. No, I don't think so. I work in the. You know, I actually work at a. I work in the same building where Copa is. Copa is a million authority, and so I tell the cops to come in. I said that to everybody. I work in the same building, and they're like. No. I said it to everybody. No, I said a lot of people. Chicago Avenue in Ashland.
Okay.
Yeah.
For 2 minutes. We have a bar in the other room, the patio, and outside we're also selling 50-50 split the pot and that big Queen of Hearts. And people at the bar selling that. And the Queen of Hearts up until 7 to 8. The other stuff will be throughout tonight. Feel free to roam. We have the whole building. Thank you.
Yeah, I sure did. This is video. Happy 78, yay! This is video.
This is video. Hey.
Class of 78.
Eagles, baby.
Right on, right on.
78's great.
Class of 78. 78 is great.
That's right.
Class of 78, video. All right.
So, this all started because Mike Saracola over there in the Orange. Mike started. Oh wait, I really can't talk over you. So, 2 years ago, Mike sent me a note and said, "Hey, when are we going to start planning the 40th?" I'm like, that's a good idea. Maybe we should. I've got the Facebook page up. We got some stuff. We had some people, and so we threw out a little note that said, "Hey, we're going to get together." And at that time, they'd been having the all Bogan class reunions over at TR's at 115th, and we thought we might check it out for our usage. And so we threw a note out, and that first meeting, Beth and John Moskal, come on up here.
Yay!
Dave Stafford, come on up here. And Pat Munley, come on up here. So at the very first meeting, the six of us got together and we talked about the reunion for a grand total of 11 minutes. And we spent the rest of the 2 hours drinking and laughing our butts off about all the things that we were like had gone well and things that hadn't, and just catching up on, gosh, do you remember this? Do you remember that? Do you remember the other? And so we had a good time, didn't we? Oh, yeah. It was very fun. So then we decided, well, we should probably do this again. So we sent out another note, and if I remember correctly, that time all of these people still came, and somebody by the name of Janet Waddell Smith showed up.
Took over the meeting.
Janet showed up and proceeded to tell us everything we were doing wrong. Because those of you that don't know, she is the consummate party animal. And she's catered a bunch of things. So we were like, oh, you're good. You can stay anytime that you want. And then we had somebody who made a lot of stink online and stirred up the pot. He only showed up for 2 of the meetings. Tim Leah, get your ass up. Come on. Get over here.
Don't be excited. It was not yes. That's all I did. Because every suggestion I made got shot down like a Japanese zero.
So, and here's why. Because if this was up to Tim, if this was up to Tim, we would have had this down at the Palmer House.
We were on the boat on the lakefront.
And it would have cost you all $200 a piece.
To start, right?
To start.
And that was only one day.
And that was one day. That was one event, one day. So then we kept talking about stuff, and we decided we wanted to make it kind of low-key, and we started throwing out ideas. And the next 2 meetings, Pete Black, come on over to the Elks.
Yay! Pete!
I want you to see these shoes. Look at these shoes.
That's awesome.
So Pete, a month ago, starts talking to me. He says, I'm trying to figure out what I should do for the reunion and that, but I can't seem to find orange shoes. I said, hey Pete, you know, they've got spray paint that you can put on too. He put for 3 days, he's been painting those shoes. They look awesome, buddy.
Yay!
Nice job, Pete.
I may not wear them again.
So as we went along, what happened is these people here at the Elks Club have been just like incredibly open to us and helpful to us. I'm getting there. Have been really helpful to us and really open to us. And so we kept coming back. Well, one of the days we decided to have a meeting, and who shows up? Where is she? Terry Melican saw Terry. Come on, Terry. So Terry shows up, and we proceed to, again, now, we're actually talking about the reunion for about 35 minutes. And spending the rest of the time laughing and telling stories, right? And that's when we started dripping on you all and trying to get people to sign up, trying to get people to tell other people, because we started with nothing. We started with the people who are on the Facebook group. By the way, those of you who are still on the Facebook group, and there's about 22 of you here, I will find you, who are not subscribed but are on the Facebook group. You need to subscribe. It's a pain in the ass to put stuff on Facebook and put it in the email. So
We're gonna need that information for our class.
that's right. We need it for our class directory anyway.
It's our class trip.
Oh, the class trip. Right. Oh, yeah. That's coming up. So that is, as things grew, it got going. We had 2 people showed up one night that really helped us a lot. And one was Ken Bringy. Where are you, Ken? Kenny Bringy. He's still sitting outside. Oh, okay.
There he is.
Ken, get up here, Kenny.
He's at the bar. Oh, yes, the bar.
Get up there.
Come on, Ken. Right. So, some of you may not know this. Some of you may not know this. I know. Hold me a sec, I'll do this quick. All right, I'm sorry. So, Kenny showed up. We got lots of stories about Bogan, about what happened, because he used to teach there. He's still in contact with a lot of our teachers and stuff. Unfortunately, most of them are so old they couldn't even get here for us. We think very highly of them.
What? What you got?
What's that?
Did you bring one?
No, we got none. And then we have somebody who came in the midst of all this about 8 months ago and said, why don't we do a golf thing? And all of us went, golf? Who of our classmates are going to want to golf? But she stuck it out. And she did an awesome job from far away. Barb Lang, right there.
Yay!
And she did everything. She was way out west and got things going. So Barb, because she really wanted to know what was happening in our meetings and stuff, sent an emissary one month, and that was Joe Big and Get Your Butt Out Here.
Thanks, Barb.
And it was so funny because we kept on trying to have Barb participate via cell phone. She just couldn't hear anything, but she never hung up on us. It was really funny.
We didn't know that either.
So she sent Jill, and Jill went, well, Barb told me this, and this. Is that the way you're doing it? Well, what about this? It was great.
I did what I was supposed to do.
I know, it was awesome. So it was like we were talking to Barb, but we were talking through Jill. So I don't know who was the ventriloquist. It was all good. So these are the people. I didn't forget anybody, right?
All right.
Yeah.
Right.
Great.
Oh, right. Oh, and then the guy who, after years of us collecting all this stuff and trying to figure out, do we have any information, 3 months ago, Phil Seabird shows up. Come on.
Suck it in. Those are the original stains.
Not bad at all.
You got it. And the back, too.
On the back too. Look at that.
Forgot about the picture. I would have changed 10 minutes.
So as you can see, Phil collects everything. And we find out that he has collected all of the reunion class books. He's got all of the stuff, all the information that we needed 2 years ago. Phil gives us 3 weeks ago. So these are the people that made this happen this weekend.
Yay!
Yeah, come on, Ray.
maybe you knew, maybe you didn't. We had 702 people who participated in our class, either our freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, or senior year. We graduated 600, I think it was 638 students graduated. The other ones either moved away. We actually, in our class, from what I've heard, we only had 11 people who did not graduate. Wow. That's huge. Didn't graduate who were actually part of our senior class. The other thing is this, and I just found this out. I
graduated. I was not one of the 11.
Colleen was not one of the 11.
Not one of the 11.
Give me a high five there, Colleen. Nice.
I got an exemption.
All right. So the other thing was this. The other thing was this, and I just found this out. Our class. Hey, get it. I got 2 more minutes, okay? All right. Our class was the second largest class in the history of Bogan High School.
Damn right!
Second only to the class before us in 1977. That was crazy. And so here's the funny part. In our sophomore year, Bogan had the highest student population of its entire history. It has never had a graduating class anywhere near the size of ours to this day. So we really did a great job. Seats up here. We need some people sitting down. We're going to face this way, right, Robert?
Yes.
We're going to face this way. Everybody.
We need to move the table.
I don't think so. No, we'll be okay.
Lonely rivers flow to the sea, to the open arms of the sea.
Okay, and then the last certificate for the 18-hole course today, which goes to the most honest game.
The most honest, so nobody gets this one.
Yeah, right.
Goes to Mark Lambert.
Mark Lambert.
Yeah, he did shoot about 140, I think.
Number 2 gets the most honest award, Mark Lambert.
It must be honest, because no one can shoot.
You got
I think you're
that's the most honest award.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Relish the moment.
Tell us what you think.
Make a speech. Make a
He's
speech.
always been a honest person. That's the least honest thing he's ever said.
Demand a recount.
Here we go.
Okay, for the 9-hole golf course.
Mark.
I just wanted to acknowledge that for the longest putt for the 9-hole golfers went to Ann Svomberg.
And woo! And longest putt. You get the putt. It's the longest.
Nice job, Ann. We couldn't give Ross everything.
There you go. There you go.
And of course, for the low growth on the 9th hole went to Ross Finley.
Ross Finley.
The golf course clown.
The golf course clown. He's low and he's gross.
Won the women's division.
Nice go, the women's division.
No one is lower or grosser.
I can't even shoot that far. Way to go, Ross.
And because I did keep track of every time I hit the ball, the most honest game on the 9 holes went to me.
All right.
Hey!
Barb's the most honest golfer for the 9 holes course. Let's hear it for Barb Lang and all the golfers today.
Yay!
Thank you, Barb. That's fantastic. All right, so just a couple things, just to make sure everybody's on the same page. Have a great time tonight. We've got a picnic tomorrow from 11 till 4 at Arrowhead Lake Woods at 135th, just east of Harlem. And make sure you tip the bartenders and have a great time. We're glad you're all here. and we'll look forward to keep on seeing you over and over again. Take care. Woohoo!
Yay!
Karen.
Yay! Hello. Class of 78. Yay!
Thank you, Ray.
How you doing?
Very good. Class of 78. Yay! Congratulations. Class of 78, mister.
Hey, how you doing?
All right.